Hey YouTube, this is Kevin Bowen of Bowen's Small Engine, and today guys I'm working on a Bilt XP. This engine that's on this Bilt XP, I want to note guys, is not the original engine. Howsoever, it's probably one of the best engines that you could ever repower any piece of equipment with. In my opinion, these Kohler Command engines are absolutely bulletproof. I simply love them. I think they're great engines. They are very, very dependable. Okay, I really like the fact that they have hydraulic lifters in them, which means that basically you don't have to adjust the valves. Okay, but anyway guys, without rambling on further ado, I want to address some of the issues that this engine has basically had happen to it over the years. Quite simply, it needs a inlet needle and seat replaced in it. It's flooding the crankcase just like the Bilt that had the Briggs engine in it a couple of days ago, okay, that I'd worked on. I'm going to show you guys basically almost the exact same thing that I showed you with the other Bilt the other day. I'm going to undo the drainage, and you're going to see that this thing just pours gas out of it, okay? And obviously you can see that this engine was flooding, just for the simple fact that it has gasoline, well, I hoped you could see, gasoline inside the carburetor's intake for the air filter, if you will. But anyway, guys, without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and undo this drainage tube and let you guys see that this thing absolutely just pours gasoline and an oil mix from its drain. Now, as you guys can see, that's just pouring out of there, and that's not oil. It's pretty obvious when you look at it, that's gas, and that's a result of a faulty inlet needle and seat that's causing this. Well, in truth, it's actually the gasoline anymore. It swells the neoprene, just plays hell on the carburetors, to make a long story short. Naturally, guys, I'm going to have to change the oil filter and quite possibly even the air cleaner, air filter, if you will, on this engine. It's hard to believe that it would carry that much gas, isn't it? Now, the ironic thing is, guys, the owner of this had ran this engine for quite a while, okay, not realizing that the crankcase was filling up with gas, and that is all too often what happens. The engines will get to the point where they're smoking, and you know, the people that are actually running them are concerned because they honestly think that their engine is blowed up or blowed a head gasket. And don't get me wrong, in some cases they certainly do. They do blow head gaskets. But with this particular engine, as I said, it's mostly just a carb issue, which can be easily fixed. I can't tell you affordably fixed, okay, but I can tell you easily fixed. In truth and honesty, these carbs, generally speaking, the carb kits, to do it properly, cost us about 40 bucks just for the carb. Now, you take that into effect, and then you add an oil filter for about 11 to 13 bucks, and then the oil, you know, you're out of a pretty good chunk of change there. But the nice thing about doing this project is I personally know the guy who owns this equipment, and he's pretty solid all-around type of guy, so I'm not going to have to worry about getting paid or any issue like that, which makes projects like this a little more enjoyable, to be honest. But anyway, without rambling on, guys, I just more or less wanted to show you basically that, you know, it's not just Briggs that suffers these carb flooding issues. It's Kohler, Honda, Tecumseh's, basically any engine nowadays is going to eventually suffer a carb malfunction, if you will. Okay, it's just basically because of the gas. After I get this engine done, of course, I will try to start it, let you guys hear how smooth this engine runs. I'm sure it'll run smooth. To be honest with you, like I said, you know, Kohler Command is one of my favorite engines, so it's actually a real pleasure to work on this engine. Until the next video, YouTubers.